The wild west coast of New Zealand's South Island is home to some of the most rugged and beautiful landscape in the country. And today we're about to meet a couple who have built not just one, but two tiny homes, perfectly designed to take full advantage of this incredible environment. And best of all, they decided to become Airbnb hosts so they can share all of this with you. G'day Kevin, how's it going?
Very well, Bryce. How are you today?
I am excellent. It's great to meet you.
Oh, same to you, Bryce.
And mate, what an absolutely incredible place you've got here.
Thank you for that. We've got it all really. On the west coast, South Island, New Zealand, just great.
It certainly is. I mean, they call this the wild west coast for a very good reason. I mean, it almost feels like stepping back into a prehistoric world when you come to the west coast, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It's unspoiled. We haven't got the population to spoil it all. It's amazing.
And this section that you have, I mean, this is just something else. You're only 100 meters from the beach and it's a great surf beach. You've got the seal colony right on your doorstep. What an amazing location.
Tis that, tis. There's a few locations on the coast like that, but they're getting hard to get now.
First of all, I've got to ask, how did you find this incredible section?
Well, I've waited 40 odd years to get a section at the bay and they didn't seem to come up, but suddenly there was 3 sections come up here and 3 out on the hill there. And I just want to live me dream, being an old surfer and what have you. So I just wanted to be part of it. Being a surfer back in one of the original Buller Board Riders members, I had a passion about living out by the ocean out here. We intended building a house on it first, but circumstances changed because the market was not there to sell our house. But now there is a market, so we would like to build out here. That's our goal. I want to live my dream, and that's one of the dreams, is to live out here, by the ocean, by the environment.
So until that happened, our best option was to build the tiny house to start off and use it. We thought, well, we could make some money on this, and it's a beautiful place, beautiful view. So we turned it into an Airbnb.
And you actually grew up here. You're a Westport local, aren't you?
Yes, I am, yes. Most of life here, always a Buller person.
And this really is such a magical, special place. And what's also really special about it is that you are now sharing this with the world as an Airbnb host. Can you tell me a little bit about what inspired you to become an Airbnb host?
It's kind of gaining a lot of groundswell, the Airbnb. And this, as a scenic spot, is really unique. And that's how I feel that I can share it with them to come here and enjoy the sea and stay right on the beach.
I think it was to just show what was out here. It's just such a beautiful place and we wanted to share it with so many different people. So that's what started it off. Also for our family as well, because we could lock it out if we needed to and we could bring the family out and spend the weekend. We had the best of both worlds actually.
And in addition to the incredible location that you've provided here, you've also built 2 really unique and very special tiny homes. First of all, can you tell me a little bit about what inspired you to build tiny?
One of the reasons is it was this groundswell starting with tiny buildings. And I thought, that's quite unique. I'll try and do something like that. So I got a trailer built and it's 7 by 3. And I built it at another house in town, which is about 19 k's away. Towed it out here and then finished it out here. It started getting a wee bit heavy by the time you put tiles and what have you in.
Yeah. And
this is the end result.
Now you actually have a background in construction, don't you?
Yes, when I was younger I was a builder, but I was 7 years and then the economy really slowed down. So I worked for Wholesome Cement for a number of years and then they closed about 4 years ago. So I'm kind of semi-retired and I thought, well, age was catching up on me and I wanted to do something. So I decided at home to build a tiny house. I've actually used a lot of pre-loved materials that have been used before, the deck and the boards. There's actually a coal box around there and that's got me gas and me water pump in it. So it's all hidden away. So there's a lot of things you can use second-hand materials to make it look really nice.
Excellent. Well, the exterior of the home looks great. I am absolutely blown away by the view out here and I cannot wait to see how you've capitalized on that inside. Can we take a look?
Come on in.
Alrighty.
Make yourself at home.
Oh, this is absolutely stunning. And you can really see the way that the whole design of this tiny house is focused on really taking advantage of that stunning view. And the first thing that you do when you walk in here is just focus immediately on that big picture window.
Yes, and that's the whole thing. To me, it's like a picture. It's changing every second, and that keeps you occupied, what's out there.
And the way that you've done this is really clever as well, because you've got a perfectly comfortable space to sleep, but it's so nice having that big open space which has been turned into quite a luxurious looking lounge.
Yes, it is. Another one was not to box it off, so to separate the room. So that's why the wires are there for protection. If you did happen to lose your balance and fall down, that's protecting it, but it's also made the whole ambience all airy and opened up. I'll have to juggle the bed and the mezzanine floor and get enough headroom on both of them. That was part of the design process. So what the building is 3 metres wide by 7 metres long. And that little, another 500 from a road legal sense makes a whole difference. It makes it nice and wide instead of narrow and high. And that gives you the feeling of space. So with the bed, you can actually sit up in bed without hitting your head. And then when you've slept in it, we've made the bed on little rollers, and you can pull the bed out, make it, and push it back in.
What a great idea. And then down here as well, you've got a great sized kitchen.
Yes, we've made it so that if we had permanent people here, we can put a washing machine dryer in that little opening there. So that's just an afterthought for later on in life. Someone might want to put a washing machine there.
And I see through the window there you've got the water tank. Is that collecting rainwater?
Yes, that's water off this roof is collected. So a 30,000 litre plastic tank, and it's all self-supplied.
Good amount of storage in here?
Yes, there's heaps of storage in there. Even up above there's heaps of room to put stuff. Under the stairs is the same place. There's little cubby holes. You can put quite a large amount of stuff in them. It's quite surprising.
And then you've got this great looking recycled table over here. This is a cool design.
Yes, that's part of a door. It was an old native timber door, and it's been cut in half, and half it's here and half it's in a table outside there. So it gives a bit of character to the old native timber.
And then what do we have behind the big orange door?
Well, in here we've got our bathroom area, and we've got everything here. The tiles normally are laid long ways, but to give the whole building a bit of height, I laid them long ways. And it gives you that little bit of height to not make it look like the ceiling's coming down on you.
Which is a really clever idea, especially when this is sort of at the lower edge of that wedge shape. It does help to give a perception of height in here, doesn't it?
It does, and it's achieved it quite well. I thought it did.
And the whole bathroom, this is very tidy. I really like the way that you've blended the tiles in with all of these nice modern fixtures.
Yes, it serves its purpose really well.
Good sized shower, and it's nice to see the flushing toilet there as well.
Yes. It's not a compost, it's a flushing one.
Definitely makes your life easier as an Airbnb host, doesn't it?
Oh, it does that, yes. It's no maintenance on it.
Exactly. Very, very nicely done. Mate, you have done such an exceptional job on this tiny house. I love the way that it feels really open, spacious, modern, and then just completely capitalizes on that incredible natural vista. And I am super excited to see what you've done on the second tiny house. Can we check it out?
Oh, certainly.
Cool. After you.
Cheers.
Again, the design of this house is just really nice, mirrors the other one perfectly, blending into this wonderful natural landscape. And again, really, really unique shapes in this house.
Oh, it is. When I first walked on the property, when it was the bare land, I went like this to the island that's just offshore here, and I've kind of replicated it over here with the sharp edges and the angle on that island. So it's all worked the same environment. You look out there and you can look in here and see little angles that are in here.
And I really love that, because for me, the best architecture and the best house design really is when we draw that inspiration from the natural landscape.
Yes, well that's what I tried to do, is go more natural.
And this house looks a bit bigger than the last one. What size is this?
Yeah, this is just over 50 squares. You've got little bits like the laundry part that adds on to it. It's 4.6 wide by 9 metres long. And then you've got a mezzanine floor above that, if you like to have a look inside.
Great size. Well, yeah, let's go take a look inside.
Cheers.
Oh, Now immediately, I love what you've done with this epic entrance doorway.
Oh, thank you for that. They're a semi-commercial door. On a good day, you can open it up, so it opens the whole area up, and it makes the tiny place look and feel bigger.
I'm sure it does.
Yes.
But most importantly, what it does is it really connects the house and makes it feel that even though you're inside, you're still really out here in this wonderful wild landscape.
Yes, that's exactly what I tried to achieve, is to get the bush and the sea, and you're part of that.
Magical. Great, well, let's take a look inside.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Again, this whole home just feels really open, really spacious, and standing right here, thanks to that huge door, I really do just feel like I'm completely immersed in nature still.
Yes, that's correct, yes.
Love to see the surfboard up there as well. That looks like a real classic.
Yeah, that's back in the 60s. Yeah, that's a local board that washed up on the beach, and a guy gave it to me and I just sanded it up, so it brings back memories of the old wooden boards. So that's the theme of the building, is it's a batchy sea creation.
Definitely has that surfer's paradise vibe. There's no question about that.
Oh, thank you again.
And with the style of this house, I really like what you've done here, because this really is a very open design, isn't it?
Yes, very open. Then again, there's wires up on the mezzanine floor. Instead of being boxed in, it's all open. So it makes the feeling look quite big than what it is.
Great. Then over here we've got the bed, and again, a really nice, comfortable looking space. And I really like the way that you've combined it with this entertainment area.
Yeah, the entertaining cabinet is actually on wheels, so it serves not only an entertaining cabinet, it's a privacy thing that you can roll out in front of the bed, and you've got your private bed away from your dining area.
What a great idea. So someone can be watching telly in bed and someone can be chilling out here with a book, and you've got those nice separate spaces.
Exactly, that's the idea behind it.
And then over here, another comfortable couch. And I love the way that this home is also connected with the second sort of more sheltered and private outdoor area over the other side.
Yes, that's the idea of it. In the morning, you could go out there and read the newspaper or whatever, a book, and have your breakfast out there. It's really sheltered. Even if it's blowing a gale out on the other side, it's nice and sheltered there.
Good thinking. And then over here we have the kitchen, and I think it's really nice the way that you've sort of created this nice elongated kitchen design that fits snugly against the wall here.
Yes, I've tried to incorporate most things in a kitchen in this area. You can be at the sink in one part, you can be at the stove someone else on the other side, and it's everything there in a short distance. You're not actually coming back into the main building, shall I say, to do your cooking or servicing. It's all done here.
And then over here we've got the bathroom. Very clever the way that this entranceway is done. I like how this is also the access for the loft above. And then you walk in here and you've got this lovely kind of almost monolithic feel with floor to ceiling tiles.
Yes, it's more of a natural finished tile, and that's what I tried to achieve, because out on the island is raw rock, really, because we're a rugged coast, it's really raw, and that's why I kept it a natural stone tile.
All throughout this home, I can see that you've chosen colour palettes and materials that really complement the landscape, and that really just goes so far towards connecting the homes with this really special place.
Yes, exactly. I'm not following any colour patterns, I'm just following what I've already got there.
Absolutely.
And this was the outcome.
And it's a great sized bathroom as well, really nice sized shower. I love the way that the tiles continue through, and then you've got the separation with the glass door. And again, you've got a nice basin, good sized vanity, absolutely everything you need.
Yes, it serves its purpose really well.
So how long have you been hosting on Airbnb now?
This year it'll be 3 years since we started operating.
Great. And how are you finding the whole process of being an Airbnb host?
Quite rewarding, especially when you meet the guests that are booked in, because I can tell what's on in the bulla to them and make them explore the bulla and spend money in the bulla. And that's one of the reasons we like the Airbnb, because they can actually help the community. So that's is really good. One thing about using Airbnb is we can concentrate on running our side of the business and looking after the guests, and have no worries about Airbnb looking after their side of the booking fees and that.
This is one of the beautiful places of the world, and to be able to open it up to people to come and see what's in our backyard is amazing. We love this place so much, and we really want to share it with others and open it up to so many people, and Airbnb has done that for us.
And I really love that about what you've done here, that for you, this experience is really just about sharing your favourite place in the world.
Oh, definitely. I like other people to share it too and know what the coast's about. I want to attract people to the coast. Because I was born here, I want to see the coast thrive. And one of the ways is to curate people to come here and stay longer and bring the next generation and the next generation after that.
With both of these homes, you've done such a great job on the build, and obviously a lot of your labour has been poured into making these a reality. But can you talk to me a little bit about the cost that was involved in building the tiny house and then this home here?
Yeah, the tiny house from the trailer stage and that, it probably worked out about $65,000 for my part of it. So a rule of a thumb is you double it for labour. So you're looking at say 120, 130,000.
And then this one here?
This one here is probably 150 because I had to go more amenities like the septic tank and power. Yeah, I had a vision and this is the vision I had from the day I drew it on the sand, down on the beach there. And this is the end result. And I tell young people to live their dream now. If you have a goal you aim to, you certainly can get there sometime in life.
He's always got an idea, always. Shall we do this? Shall we do that? But this is beautiful. This is peaceful. It's a beautiful place to come to, very peaceful. And you did a great job of it.
Oh, thanks.
It's worked really well.
No, we did a great job.
We did do a great job of it, yeah.
Kevin, you can definitely see how much attention to detail you've poured into both of these houses. There's a lot of really great materials that you've put into it and some really innovative design thinking. Thank you so much for sharing both of these homes with me. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you for that.
The design of both of these tiny homes is really something very unique and very special. I love the way that they've really thought about how they can make the space work within this really spectacular environment. Both Kevin and Trish have such a wonderful and beautiful connection to the landscape here. And I love how through Airbnb, they're able not only to enjoy it for themselves, but also share it with the rest of the world. I want to say a big thank you to Airbnb for partnering with us on this story and helping to make what we do possible. As you've just heard from Kevin and Trish, there are so many wonderful benefits to becoming an Airbnb host, from increased financial freedom to getting to meet incredible people from all over the world and getting to share your magical place. So if you're interested in sharing your little piece of paradise with the world and would like to find out more about becoming an Airbnb host, click the link in the description of this video.